friends or wherever that crowd is. So if you're not competent, you better not have self-esteem. You understand me? If you are competent, you will naturally have self-esteem. And Muslims have a very loud voice and mouth, no performance to back it up. That's why they use the Quran as a hunter. Because if you ask anyone about the Quran, from the guy who's talking about the Quran, he does not know how to explain it, so he starts beating you up with it. You know what that means, right? So Muslims are not performing, so they cannot have self-esteem. It's that simple. I'll give you a little example, a task, a homework. Tomorrow, Monday, call a Pakistani solicitor for any random thing. And then call a white solicitor for the same thing. Compare the answers. And I mean random. Keep doing this exercise till you get the same answer. And tell me the number of Pakistanis it took for you to get the same answer. My bet is there's going to be over 50. And they'll be born and raised in England. Hence they became a solicitor. You understand me? And that's just one area. Of what, beta? Of what? Educational reform. Because there cannot be two different laws in England. That's the one thing that cannot happen. There's just one law. That's why it's called a lawyer. He can compete with the same against the lawyer on the same law. But you're gonna get two different laws. And I want you to prove me wrong, at least on the number. But I'm sorry. I need you to go through these homeworks. Ali's and Umar's, go through this homework and so that you can see where the problem is. Otherwise, you will become a problem. So here's the problem, self-esteem. The only way to get self-esteem is if you're actually competent. Because if you're not competent, you will have to naturally fake it. Once you're faking it, you lose self-belief. Okay? So this is the problem. Self-esteem and purpose. Now, the second problem Islam is suffering from right now is Muslims with a local purpose. Muslims with a local purpose. They will never go global. Praying and protesting Muslims only about things which they're not going to do anything about. They do not have a local purpose, so a global purpose. So these two things combine to make the actual recipe. How are you going to combine these things? I'm sorry, you're not going to. I know that. You don't even have to say that you're going to. So only you can. Only the boys in their 18, 20, 25s can. You combine these two things. How are you going to do that, Zakaria? I'm sorry, I apologize. You'll have to train your own self on it. You can get some support from your family, but you got to train yourself on it. If you're not global, you are the problem. You have low self-esteem, you are the problem. So, once you got a bigger purpose set, which is Islam, once you have your own competence going up and up, you're going to have self-esteem. This is the problem you need to be very, what's the word in English? Wary about, wary. Here you go. If you have low self-esteem but a high purpose, which most Muslims do not even have, okay? Because they don't think global. If you have low self-esteem but a very high purpose, all talk and you want to feel and you start feeling the Palestinian pressure and everything, you're going to go nihilist. Because you'll know the truth and then you'll be like, oh, I can't even do anything about it. Nihilism will seep in, depression, guilt, and you see what's going on, especially in women. Because they can feel whatever a man can feel, especially looking at the Palestinian thing, a woman naturally is going to feel 10 times more. Allah has given you guys the ability. So you feel it, while you cannot do anything about it, and that's where the depression comes in. And I'm just talking about conscious Muslims. Those Muslims who don't even care, I don't even care about them. So, they don't even count. Then, Zakaria, hold on, okay? Forget this, listen to me. If you have a low self-esteem and a high purpose, you will have nihilism. You know what nihilism is? You know what nihilism is? What is it?
It's like you don't have any motivation
There is no purpose. You have no purpose to do anything. So nihilism is a guy, nihilistic guy is a guy whose brain does not generate enough dopamine to even get out of bed. He does not have any purpose to do anything anymore. Okay? Nihilism is a disease. It's not like a taboo or anything that I'm calling it. Nihilism is an actual disease. There's medicine for it. It's called serotonin, by the way. Okay? The serotonin is the chemical of purpose. I don't know why I keep carrying this. I was thinking, I was trying to click from it. You know, it's right. I need something to lean on. So, most kids, who, especially girls, who go through Palestinian news and everything, they go into guilt and second stage depression. So if you're training kids on Islam and you're not giving them enough power to do something about it, they're naturally going to go nihilistic. Because they'll know right from wrong and they'll be like, oh, hum to kuch kar hi nahi sakte. We can't even do anything. And then they will lose their self-worth. It is that big of a problem. Now, let's just say you have very high self-esteem, but a low purpose. Low purpose, which means you're playing local. You're a Pakistani, not a Muslim. Because you cannot be both at the same time a lot of times. A lot of times you cannot be Muslim and Pakistani at the same time. That's why nationalism is the biggest problem in the philosophy of Islam. Okay, Abu Bakr Siddiq, when he saw nationalistic, patriotic people, he used the word, I can't even tell you, because Muslims in Pakistan and India are not even mentally trained to hear those words. That analogy that he gave, you have to read it. Only an Arab can understand that analogy. Because Abu Bakr Siddiq said it to that man in the center of thousands of people and said, whatever you said reeks of something. And he said, what? He said, you want to find out the flavor? Go to Naila. You know, Naila was the idol of the Romans in the Kaaba, their Valentine. Yeah, because Naila was standing in front of a boy and they were consummating their relationship in the Kaaba because that was romance. They were the gods of romance. And he says, you want to smell what patriotism looks like? I'll tell you what you can do and go, and you can taste that flavor. Go to Naila and she's going to make you taste it. This is Abu Bakr Siddiq giving us till the day of Qiyamah of what patriotism is, how disgusting and filthy this disease is. And Pakistanis, you know what they do? When they read the hadith, they're like, ज़ईफ़ hadith है, ये तो अखलाक के ही खिलाफ लगती है. ये किसी ने ऐसी लिख दी है. उनको अरब की साइकोलॉजी पता नहीं चलती और पाकिस्तानी साइकोलॉजी में इस्लाम फिट कर रहे होते हैं. पाकिस्तान की साइकोलॉजी में इस्लाम नहीं फिट हो सकता. You want to know Islam? Mentally migrate to Arabia. See how the Arabs think. I use the word jahil. Remember on TV? See what happened to Pakistani? The word is used in the Quran more than 20 times. Literally. Ayyuhal jahilun.